Hey, I'm Jessica Gross. Welcome to my quick little video reflection of the ADEPT domains 3 and 4. Jumping right in, talking about the environment. The first question is, how have you grown in your ability to set and maintain reasonable and attainable expectations in the classroom? Right out of the gate, I invited my students to do this with me. I didn't want to seem like an overbearing teacher, and also these children are very small. I'm a kindergarten teacher, so they're 5, and many of them are very, very young 5. So actually one of them turned 5 the first day of school, so she came in 4. So I wanted these kids to help make rules and expectations with me in the classroom. We spent 2 weeks talking about what rules are and how they help people who make rules and why they're important, how they keep us safe. And then we created a little poster of our classroom rules that they helped come up with. And then I had them put their little handprints and paint on it as their signature. Rules are ever evolving. You know, you have to have an idea of what rules you want in a classroom, but really you have to know your kids. So moving forward, 3-4 months into school, some rules have changed and some rules have been added to keep everybody safe and healthy and happy. Second question, how have you grown in your ability to handle student behavior in a variety of situations? So, trying to stay positive. This school in general seems to have a higher population of behavioral challenged students. I did know that coming into it, but I wasn't necessarily prepared for what it was going to be like on a day-to-day basis and how much time handling those situations was going to take from my instruction. And so I've just had to tweak my instruction, really, so I can serve those kids better. I try not to push as much instruction, as many minutes per se. I still do what I'm needed to do, but in less amount of time, so we can have more wiggle breaks, so we don't have any disruptions. I've just had to manage it along with the kids, and a lot of that I've talked to administrators, and I've talked to some fellow coworkers on like ideas, and we have some behavior charts in the classroom that the kids keep stickers on. I send home daily behavior charts to update families on how their students do. And this has seemed to help because at the end of the week, when they have all 5 stickers on there, they get an extra recess. So that's fun. What are the elements of a positive, engaging learning environment? And how did I create this type of environment in my classroom? Was it difficult? No, it's not difficult. If your heart's in it, it's not difficult. I've saved materials and planned this for many years. I knew this is what I wanted to do, and I wanted my classroom to be really vibrant and bubbly and exciting when kids walked in. I wanted them to walk down the hallway and look in here and be like, oh, I really hope that's my classroom. I want their art. Sorry, it was another teacher at the door. I want to display their artwork and change it out really frequently. I change it at least every 2 weeks. This week we talked about presidents and voting and elections, and American symbols was our standard. So we made some flags and I incorporated it into math, and so we counted math. Anyways, going down a rabbit hole. But I just worked really hard on making sure that I had the kids' work incorporated into my classroom. I meet them at the door every morning and tell them, good morning, welcome in. I'm so glad you're here, because I am. I'm so thrilled to be in the position that I am and to change lives. And that's important to me. And I hope that they grow up and know I felt that way about them. So no, it's not difficult to do. It may cost extra money to get a classroom set up the way that I dreamed it to be. I guess physically it was a little extra work. But overall, I don't think it was difficult. Domain 4, talking about professionalism. How did I establish and maintain positive relationships with your coworkers? And what did I find challenging about working with coworkers? I have a pretty good team that I work with. In the very beginning, I felt like I was bothering them by asking too many questions. So I kind of backed off, but then I didn't feel like I was getting the support and help that I needed. And so I went to a meeting with all of them and I said, hey, I'm just going to lay it all out. I feel like I'm really bugging you and I don't want you to feel that way because that is not my intention. I am here to do my best. And to do that, I just need your support. And they were all like, oh no, you're not bothering us. We're just all really stressed. We're in the same boat that you are. And that made me feel really good. So I think just being very honest, putting your head down, doing the work, that creates a good team. Sharing resources is another way of staying really close with your coworkers, asking for resources, and just not being afraid of that, because I really was in the beginning. I talk to them daily. I go by the room every morning. It may bother them, I don't know, but I go by every morning and I tell them good morning, happy Monday. And I just try to be kind. I try to be a friend to them, because I hope that that's how they view me. I hope that I'm not just another teacher in the building. I want to be a friend. Let's see, dealing with negative situations. That's more of a tough subject. I haven't had any horrible negative situations. There is a teacher that I work with that seems to not be as positive, and I just try to fill her with some light and some happiness and grace, because I don't know if there's things going on in her life or if it's her job or anything else. I don't know why she feels the way she does. And so when I talk to her, we just have good, light conversations. And I just try to glaze over those negative emotions. Let's see. How did you recognize and get assistance for struggling learners? Oh, this makes me happy. So here recently, I have several students that already had IEPs in place from pre-K, and so I was happy to say that I've attended all those IEP meetings and gotten them squared away with everything that they need in the classroom and services that they have continued. And I also had some children incoming that really needed assistance and support and intervention. And I was able to reach out and I just said, hey, I'm new. I don't know who I need to talk to, but I know that this child needs X, Y, Z. And admin was able to give me some numbers, and I reached out and I called and they said, hey, we'd be more than happy to come observe and take notes and talk to you and have meetings. And kiss on the brain. I'm so proud that all of my kids that need services are being evaluated currently or on a wait list. So I'm very proud of that. I feel like I'm making a difference. Let's see. How did I grow in the understanding of the non-instructional duties of a teacher? How did these duties affect your time and your planning? Were you surprised by anything? And if so, what? The non-instructional duties are nearly everything. Planning, lesson planning, meetings, just to make sure that you have everything that you need to teach. All the things that you do at home, all of the laminating and the cutting and everything that you pour your heart into as a teacher are those non-instructional duties. That is probably 70% of teaching. That has drained me a good bit, especially in the beginning when I was doing a lot of the North Greenville assignments as an intern and as a brand new teacher. I was exhausted, and I think that I was sleeping about 4.5 hours at night. Not enough, and you could see it on my face. As positive as I tried to stay, I was tired. And that took me away from my family, because I was really tied up in taking care of these kids that needed it as well. So that was hard. I was expecting it, so I can't say that I was surprised, but it was just more stress and emotional stress than I was anticipating. But to wrap it up, yeah, that's my reflection of domain 3 and 4. Thanks.